So I know this is kind of where it all started. Oh my heavens, they're like everywhere. They're never ending. Hey y'all, and welcome to the Max Life. So today is the day we are about to get outside and get busy. You saw us dig up our bed right behind me. Today is the day that we need to get these sweet potatoes up. All of the vines are going to the animals. I actually don't need any sweet potato leaves this year because I have harvested and freeze-dried and dehydrated leaves in years in the past and grind all those into powder. So all of those are actually just gonna go to our animals this time because I really just don't need any more. I have a couple of other places in the other beds that I need to get cleaned up. There's a little bit of weeding I need to do. So today is just gonna be hitting it really hard out here. I have some pots that has some summer stuff in it that has already kind of died off because yes, it is October, but as you've seen in our very last video, it is still plenty hot enough to swim here in the south, which means the sun is out. Everything is still really, really hot. I am worried I might get a little sunburn today. I could tolerate the tan for sure, but I don't want to get sunburned. I could use the tan, I guess I could say. To tell you how hot it has been, I just glanced over here because I realized how much the sun is beaming today. You can see that this is my turmeric. These leaves do tend to burn really easy, so that you can see some of those leaves have started burning. Of course, here is like, again, a summer stuff. This is a 2-year-old parsley that has already gone to seed. You can see that little top right there. That's where the seeds used to be. But just kind of coming in and cleaning up. I have this whole section to do. I'm going to come in where my greenhouse stuff is, start cleaning up some of those pots from the summer stuff. I have to get the sweet potatoes up first. I ran out of time last time you guys saw us digging because the rain had come in. It had really just come in. It flooded for several minutes and of course drenched everything, and then I couldn't get the rest of the sweet potatoes up. So today is just going to kind of be going around cleaning up a lot of the summer stuff, harvesting what I can harvest, and seeing if I can I have all day to work. So I'm hoping I can really get a lot knocked out. Guys, I am still pulling up sweet potatoes. What is so absolutely crazy to me, just it hit me a while ago. I use a lot of my worship time and a lot of my prayer time when I'm working outside, and I'm pulling up these sweet potatoes, and I told you guys this is an area where we did not even plant, so it's really like finding treasure, when you didn't even expect to have treasure. And thinking about the potatoes that the ground has given us, because God has blessed this, and I'm able to just come out here and just go on a treasure hunt and digging up these sweet potatoes. They are literally absolutely everywhere. They're gorgeous, and as I am finding the sweet potatoes and pulling them up, I can't help but to think about how much food just the vines, we're eating the sweet potatoes, and of course I already have lots of leaves put up, so I'm able to take all of these leaves that I'm pulling up and feed all of our animals. That's so much free food, and it just makes me so thankful. All of this is free food for us and our animals that, yes, I'm having to come out here and do a little work to get it, but it's free food, y'all. I didn't even plant these sweet potatoes, like I have told y'all multiple times, and to come out here and just be able to harvest potatoes right out of the ground is just such a beautiful thing. Not to mention how much free food we're getting from the leaves just to give the animals. I just got a really cool piece of the plant that most of y'all probably have never been able to see before. So, when we talk about the more vines you have and the more vines you have growing, a lot of people will say, oh, cut those off, cut those off. If you cut them off, y'all, the vines, look at that right there. That vine is providing life to a sweet potato right here that would have grown a whole new potato. We do not cut ours back. So there you have it. I just wanted to show y'all that. It's okay, baby. Those bees are not going to bother you. That goes to show you, look how beautiful those roots are. that just by a single potato puts off greenery. The greenery grows into these long vines, which grow more sweet potatoes. So if you ever get a variety that does really well in your area, I highly suggest that you plant it. This variety was actually gifted to us from a gentleman that lives several hours away from us. He just brought me some vines, y'all. He brought me some vines. I planted them, kept them really, really wet. They grew off these roots, which is potatoes. And I have learned the skill to harden off my potatoes and let them, because they will start growing off sprouts too. And the cycle just keeps going. I have a whole video on how to never, you telling them, hey, how to never buy sweet potatoes again. But I wanted to show y'all that because a lot of you guys might not have ever seen that process. And it really is a cool thing because the cycle can just keep going and going and going. And then you literally never have to buy sweet potatoes again. So this is what I mean by when they grow. This turns into a vine that spreads out and puts roots and potatoes, and it just keeps growing, and the vine keeps growing and the potatoes keep growing. It's really, really a cool process. Got half of it done, y'all. I just went and dropped a load in the sheep pen. I have this little bit left to go, and then I'm gonna start digging out the rest of the potatoes that are still in there. I'm gonna clean this mess up first. I've done a lot of weeding in the bed already. Guys, it feels like summer here in Mississippi. My hair is soaked with sweat, but it will be so good to have this area already cleaned up for the season, and we can start prepping it and getting it back ready for asparagus. And we have some random places that sometimes we will plant maybe a patch of lettuce or something like that. So it will be prepped and ready to go. Y'all, this is completely insane. As I finished cleaning up all these vines over here where you see me standing now, I discovered that they have went under my tarp, and I have them actually planted under the tarp too. I've already dug most of them up, but I still feel some bumps in some other places. I feel one right here too, but I just can't get my fingers around it enough to pull it up. And this might be one right here too. Yeah, it is. It's unbelievable, but it's tearing up my tarp, which tells me I'm going to have to replace it. See, here's one right here. Down in this is unbelievable, y'all. Look at this. The sweet potato down in there. I'm going to slide it to the bigger hole because I'm going to have to replace all of this anyway. Y'all look at this. Under the tarp. They are growing under the tarp. No joke, y'all. And I'm going to show you where the root calls of all of these potatoes. I've already filled up a 5-gallon bucket, just picking them up randomly. And after I cleared this spot right here, I have them all up here, all down here. They're all in the dirt, right? Y'all, these are huge. Like, look at that. So this is where it all started, I'm sure, because these are the biggest. And I'm trying to get these two right here up. They are also huge. Absolutely huge. So I know the way that these vines were grown so thick and luscious, and these potatoes right here are just so big. I know that this is kind of where it all started. So this little area right here is the root calls of all of the sweet potatoes, which is really just a blessing in disguise. And this one is so big in my coneflowers roots. I'm gonna have a hard time. Oh, there it comes. Oh, look at that, how big that is. That's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. Oh, here's the other one. Look at that, y'all. This is as big as my head. So no, this is kind of where it all started. Oh my heavens. They're like everywhere. They're never ending, which is such a wonderful thing. Here's another huge one. The ones on the other side, of course, like I was telling y'all, the vines grow out. So those have not been in the ground as long as these have, which is why these are huge. And I'm just having a hard time getting this one out. It is so big, y'all. Let me set y'all down. I'm gonna show you how big this is, if I can get it up. This is unbelievable. And I have dug up sweet potatoes for a long time, but I've never seen them like this. And to not even plant them, y'all look how big that is. What a blessing. Y'all, I'm finally done with this bed. As you can see, it looks totally different than what it did. All of this has been cleaned up. I cannot believe the amount. I still have sweet potatoes over here. If you look at this right here, I still have sweet potatoes under the tarp. Before there's another set right here I can feel with this little lump right here. I already dug up several from under here because I could reach under. But before I tear up this tarp anymore, I'm going to see what Colby wants to do. I'm just going to flip my side-by-side around and knock this bed out right here. I still have several hours before the sun goes down. Pretty decent harvest. I gave a couple away to some friends that are here working on our pool fence. But a 5-gallon bucket and all of these right here. Some of them, which I already showed you, are super, super nice size, way bigger than my hand. Some of them are more on the kid size, Libby and Jennings size, but nonetheless, free food is always the best food, and I'm happy to do the work for it. Very, very thankful. That will feed us for many weeks, up to probably 8 to 10 weeks, 2.5 months, something like that. So wonderful, wonderful thing to have right here off the farm. Got the water on where I just finished. I watered this really, really heavy yesterday, so I know this is probably not the most wonderful idea to get in here after these sweet potatoes, but I really need to get this area knocked out. I'm also going to put my gloves back on and watch where I put my hands and step, because one of the things that I didn't turn the camera on when I was over there was the snake incident. It was a baby snake. I think it was just a little brown snake, but nonetheless, I had my hands almost right on top of it. So I'm gonna water that little bed right there. We'll finish getting these sweet potatoes up back here. And I don't know if I will get to any more beds today, but so far we've made really good progress. Y'all see the sun is going down. I was able to get one more bed knocked out. Mr. Mac is out here finishing the boards because we have started the rails on the around the pool. So I'm about to, I went ahead and dug up one more bed. I'm about to go put those in here. All of the sweet potatoes that you seen me dig up last time are inside. They have cured out. They've actually cured out beautifully, which is all of these here. And I have got to spend some time. Oh, here's one that I was telling y'all about earlier. Putting off some of the other ones. Are already putting them off, y'all. Look how absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to be moving these around because those are ready for us to eat. I'm going to move those into an area that's a little bit easier to access. I'm just going to go load up the other sweet potatoes from the other bed. Y'all, from the 5-gallon bucket to the trailer back here, it's not as full as I actually thought it was going to be. But some of the sizes, well, this one we won't eat. I'll use this one strictly for slips for next year. So that one will just go in there and cure off. Pretty much the rest of them we can pretty well eat. This one we might not. I mean, it would be like one of the last. Or I could use it to make sweet potato pie, something like that. I'm gonna go get those loaded up, back up to the door. I'm gonna go inside and move the other sweet potatoes over, like I said, to an area that's a little bit easier to access. Then once I have that cleared off, I'm gonna put those in. They will cure out. If y'all go back and watch my sweet potato videos, it will tell you everything you need to know. But basically, they've got to cure out. And I have, I think it's, no, three more beds. They're raised beds. They're not that big, but I did plant them kind of early. So I'm hoping that I will get at least more of like these size instead of the bed that I'm going to. Some of them are more kind of like this being like the biggest, and it was, no, I did have a couple in there that were pretty good size. A couple like this, most of them were like medium size. So we're gonna knock that out. Mr. Mac is gonna finish painting all those boards over there. That is a day's worth of work put in. Y'all can see my legs that I have been rolling around in the dirt, and it's all over my face. I can feel it on my face, but that's okay because I'm taking food from the ground to feed our family, and we are so thankful for that. Here's the fence that I've been telling y'all about. Now they went ahead and started, which we were hoping to get these painted before they started, because as you can see, even though there's one stripe of paint, we're still going to have to really carefully crawl around on our hands and knees and use a paintbrush to paint that, which is really not what we wanted to do. But if we had to go in and paint in between each one of that, like, it would just be a total nightmare. It's just so much easier to lay the boards out, roll, flip it, roll, flip it, roll, flip it, roll, because you can literally take a roller and just roll the whole thing. So not exactly what we were wanting, because this is just going to make painting a lot more difficult, using a paintbrush to go alongside that rail. But it is started, and you can see they got all the way under the slide. They'll have the back side left to do to the outdoor living space, the side over there. We'll be getting our gates up here, and I will be really glad when that's done, because it will secure up our pool, and I won't have to worry about Libby when she comes outside to play, because she won't be able to get over the gate. So we are steadily making progress, and that's a good thing. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Whoever, I would like to know if y'all are on the channel watching this video, if you happen to win the Survival Garden Seeds contest, please drop a comment and let me know. Congratulations to all those that won. Thank you all for putting your name in. Appreciate you guys being on our channel. God bless and happy homesteading, y'all.